Testing. All right. You can cut out that other.
Hey, yo, hey.
Yeah. Run it up, Blondo.
Hey, see y'all from Texas, where we sit riding swangers and put diamonds in our neck.
Ooh, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? It is your boy Doc Holiday, and we are always back with another HBCU tonight, powered by HBCU Overdrive. Make sure that you like the stream. Make sure that you comment on the stream. Make sure that you share it with your folks, your people, your mamas, your dad, with everybody. And more importantly, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You already know that we simulcast between YouTube and Twitter. So all my Twitter folks, go ahead, hit that follow button on the profile. And then when you're done, make sure you make your way over to the YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. Dr. Kanisha, don't get on me. I am not. This is the Atlanta Braves. This is the Braves hat. I'm an Atlanta Braves fan. I just like it. They had it in purple, and it was $10. So I got it for the cheap. And if you don't believe me, there you go. That's the patch. All-Star year, Atlanta, 1972. It do look like all corn to you, but it ain't. Trust me. Nah, it's y'all know how they'll tell you it's always all corn. But and then if you look at it, like if you look at the underbill, like it's purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors. Okay. I love purple, so it's one of my favorite colors. And then I did get it stitched on the back with the lion's head, which is one of my that's one of my staples. Hey, nah. Oh no, I'm never in that fan portal. I'm not in the fan portal. Trust me. Hey, look. But shout out to Alcorn because I did have family that went to Alcorn, you know. And here goes the beautiful queen, Miss Blue, Miss Destiny. How you doing? So yes. Yes. So what's going on, Mr. Thornton? Well, man, so we're gonna have a good time. I started the show early because of the simple fact I gotta go to work tonight. So for those who don't know, my bad, my tape is shaking. So for those who don't know, I did take a position where I am a night manager at Walgreens at another store, still in Irving. So I work overnight. I'll go in at 10 at night. I get off at 8 in the morning. So by the time I get off of work, I got to go, cook my breakfast, eat, take a shower, go to sleep. Get up around about this time, get myself ready to do my shows. So that's how we do it. My schedule is good. I work Tuesday through Friday night, all Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So you cannot beat that. Can't beat it. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one. So as y'all see, my lovely lady is in the chat. Go ahead and speak to her. It's Miss Destiny. But other than that, man, look, we got some things to talk about. Ain't gonna be too long-winded or anything like that. But we got some things to talk about, especially with the transfer portal. Also, we got some other things to talk about how in the hell is Colorado gonna skip the legends of CU football, but they're going to go ahead and retire Shedeur and Travis jerseys. Makes no sense. Also, I want to talk a little bit more about this case. Everybody's been seeing it. Everybody's been looking at it, especially on Twitter, about the young man Carmelo Anthony here in Frisco, Texas, and getting some more stories, new development out of that camp as far as what really happened and why are folks on Twitter trying to play judge, jury, and executioner. Again, want to talk about the message that I put out on Sunday. And we're going to talk a little bit more about domestic violence because there's a lot of people, especially women, that have dealt with domestic violence, that have dealt with sexual assault, that have dealt with any type of abuse by man, woman, whatever. But those are really my topics for tonight. And of course, the main topic is FAMU has a new sheriff in town, and I got a bone to pick with them. And of course, the transfer portal opens. So y'all know what that means. The transfer portal giveth and it taketh away. So as Ed would tell you, the portal is popping because it done went from 4,000 probably to about a little bit more than about 6,000 in less than couple of hours. Man, look, you need to come to Dallas because I'm in Dallas. You in Charlotte. I haven't been to Charlotte I've been in Charlotte like 20 years, man. It's been a long time. I know it's a long time coming. I need to make my way down there. Especially, I need to make my way to Johnson C. Smith to go see Coach Flowers. Walgreens should be in the Charlotte metro area, man. It should be in the metro Charlotte area. I guess so. I'm in Dallas, Irving, Texas. Dallas, Texas, Irving. But before we get into all that, go and hit this good commercial break. Be right back in just a minute. It's your boy, Doc Holliday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shout outs, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shout outs on here and when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket. All right, man. Look, we about to go ahead and get it going. So other than that, let's get the ball rolling. Let's get the ball rolling. All right. Transfer portal opens today. We have a lot of kids that are making the decisions to go ahead and transfer from their universities to another place to go find a place to play. Some are trying to get that bag, and some are trying to get some sort of exposure. But at behest, hopefully, young men and women, because remember, we got some women we got some young ladies that's in the portal for basketball, and for some other sports on the women's side. I hope you are getting sound advice and not jump into haste and jump into conclusions, because you're trying to chase a short-term fix when the bigger picture is down the line. And that's what I say. If players, especially in football, are trying to find something for a short-term fix, but are not looking what's down the line. I don't know what I'm sounding like. I sound like a preacher, but we got players that went into the portal today. We got players that are jumping out of the portal today. We got players that are committed to schools. You got the HBCU national champion Jackson State Tigers, with players that are jumping in the portal, but you also got players that are coming out and committing to the university because, for one, they like the atmosphere. For two, they want to play for a winner. And three, they just want to they want to win a national championship, even if it ain't what everybody thinks it is. A real national championship, but it's a national championship for us. I would rather be a player on special teams than to try to sit behind 4 other people on the power 4 level. And also, I'm like Quinn Gray. I'm like Teddy Keaton. Don't let your pride be your downfall, and you waiting on for a power 4 or G5 offer where you can go and play Division 2. You can go to JUCO. You go even Division 3. You go NAIA. Don't let your pride put you in a predicament where you can't get yourself out of. Don't let your pride put you in a predicament where there that you are too blind and jaded to see the light at the end of the rainbow. Notable names that went into the portal today. Rico Powers entered the transfer portal. Was at Jackson State for 3 years. Had some productive years, but also had some years where had 2 years where he was injured. He decides to enter into the portal. Another player that entered into the portal was Cameron McCoy, quarterback. He decided to put his name in the portal. Also, he has not played in a baseball game since, so he's in the portal for both sports. We got some other folks that kind of jumped in. Ezekiel Johnson, running back, is in the portal from Jackson State. Bruce Batman Mitchell at Mississippi Valley jumped into the portal yesterday. You got Antonio Ross Jr. went to Jackson State. He's in the portal also. Kai Gadsden is in the portal from Jackson State. Javarian Jenkins jumped into the portal. Zion McDonald is still in that portal. But word on the street is that I think he got picked up. I think he committed to Clark Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, he's at Clark Atlanta now. And hey, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? I love the move. I love that move. I love the move for the simple fact that to Coach Keaton and Clark as a quarterback, size don't matter. Size don't matter. Like, there's no I watched I did watch Clark's spring game. There's no issue with the QB. I think it's more he wants the competition. Because remember, last season Clark didn't have a QB. They didn't have a QB issue. David Wright III was a QB. Remember, also he was at Allen. David Wright III was the QB at Allen. He followed his coach to Clark. So I think it's more. I think it's more of competition. Competition breeds excellence. What do you say about that? What do you say? Competition breeds excellence. So I don't think there's an issue with transfer. I don't think there's an issue with the QBs at Clark Atlanta. I like what I saw from the QBs at Clark Atlanta in the spring game, but I just think bringing in a first of all, you bring in a guy like Zai who prepares himself like he is a full-time starter. You also have him coming in to bring to boost the morale and the competition. You got to realize Zion McDonald is a MVP of the SWAC championship game. If it wasn't for him, we would not even be going to the Celebration Bowl without him. So, hey, and you know, people say size was the issue for Cam. I mean, not for Zion. I don't think it was an issue for David, for Mr. Wright, because David Wright is all of 5'9.5". Zion is all of maybe 5'11", 6 feet tall. Yeah, David Wright ran out of eligibility. He started like 5 years ago. Remember that. So to me, it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. You know, it is a good move. I like the move. I like what Coach Keaton is trying to do. He wants to win the SIAC. He wants to dominate in the SIAC. Look for his name to be called, y'all. Look for his name to be called on the FCS level. You trend the fact at quarterback for Jackson State, but you remember you got the general, you got Ethan, you got Parker. Then you got a freshman coming in from Charlotte, Mr. Lockhart. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Another thing that surprised me is who is QB, JSU QB1? Jacoby Morgan is QB1 for Jackson State. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think you let Ethan and Parker battle for QB2. That's what I think. Let them battle for QB2. Competition breeds excellence. Competition breeds excellence. Now, here's going to be another. Here's going to be a. This is going to be something big because just got word earlier that Limestone University has informed the faculty and students today that the university will be shutting down at the end of the semester. Our current players and class of 25s will be looking for new opportunities. Please feel free to reach out to me to help them find a new opportunity. This is coming from Preston Rice, Limestone University. So they are shutting down their doors at the end of this semester, basically next month. So there's going to be a wave of players for football, basketball, if they got all the sports, there's going to be a wave of a lot of kids in that portal. All right, now, Cook. I'm coming in with your shenanigans. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Crazy. Crazy work. But for those, like I said, for those that's entering the portal, if you're searching for that short-term deal, the light at the end of the tunnel is going to be looking real dim for you. But if you are a player that wants to go out there and play, that wants to go out there to be a part of something great, then that light is going to be shining at the end of the rainbow. But we'll be right back after this message from my sponsor.
Yo, it's your boy Doc Holliday with HBCU Overdrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically designed to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiasts.
Oh, so now since we still talk about transfer portal news a little bit, Nico Iamaleava will be transferring to UCLA. And his NIL deal ain't as much as it was when he was at Tennessee. It is $3 million less than what it is $3 million less than what his dad was asking for. So he would be getting a NIL deal of slightly north of $1 million. So yeah. Dude looking for a short-term solution for a long-term goal. What's going on, Miss Natasha? How you doing? All right, let's get into it. What the hell is wrong with Colorado football? And I know it ain't got nothing to do with HBCUs, but as y'all know, this week, Colorado say they will be retiring the jerseys of one Shedeur Sanders and one Travis Hunter. Now, I have what's going on? I have a slight issue with this, right? I have a slight issue with this because not to slander none of them those young men's names, but you don't. I guess I'm gonna be like Philip Lindsay. And if y'all don't know who Philip Lindsay is a Colorado legend. He was a running back for Colorado. Was drafted by the Denver Broncos in the 2010s. Actually, he wasn't even drafted by the Broncos. He was an undrafted free agent and signed with the Broncos and had all-star seasons. But Colorado have missed out on some names. They missed out on some big names. One of them is Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy's name is not retired at Colorado. Darian Hagan, who went undefeated, he was 20-0-1 and helped win a national championship for the Colorado Buffaloes. His name is not retired. You got arguably one of the best linebackers that played on the team in Alfred Williams. One or two Buckets Award winners for that school. His jersey ain't retired. You got tight ends like Daniel Graham, who was a dog in Colorado. You got players like Christian Fourier, who was a dog. Jay Lewenberg, who was a monster on the offensive line. You have Michael Westbrook, one of the better receivers that came out of their program. Mike Pritchard, who won the national championship on that team. Chad Brown played with the Steelers, won the Super Bowl with the Steelers. His jersey ain't retired from Colorado. Cordell Stewart, jersey ain't even up there. The only player's jersey that has been retired from Colorado has been Rashawn Salam. And I understand the reason why, because he won the Heisman back in 1990, either 4 or 95, one of them years. I knew it was one of them years. He's the only one. Now 1994. I knew it was 94. But you don't even have the player that pretty much started it all, but he couldn't finish his career in Colorado because he had the illness, and that is Salinesi. Salinesi was an option quarterback with Colorado. He passed away from a rare form of cancer. He was one of Bill McCartney's prize recruits. You don't even have Bill McCartney's name on the stadium either. That's crazy. Philip Lindsay should be up there. Joe Clapp, who was a good QB, is an even better commentator, analyst. His jersey not even retired. Chris Brown was one of the better running backs in the Big 12. His name is not up there. And the crazy thing is, yes, Bill McCartney built that program from the ground up. But I would have the understanding, yes, Travis Hunter's jersey should be retired because he won the Heisman. Here's another name that nobody really don't know. You don't even have Judge Byron Whizzer White. His name is not on the stadium, not in the rafters, nowhere to be found. Like, come on. Yes, Travis Hunter name should be up there. His name should be up there. His jersey should be up there. That number 12 should be go. Should be let go. Yeah, 94 was the one year that Steve McNair should have won the Heisman that year. 95 was Eddie George. Yeah. But I'm with Philip Lindsay because he was upset that you did not the not Dion, but it's like Dion calling the shots. But Rick George, the athletic director, and the administration have not given those players that won the national championship in 1990 their just due. Put that shit in that stadium. Retire them numbers. That number 94, Alfred Williams number should be retired. Number 1, Eric Bieniemy, his number should be retired. Number 3, Darian Hager, his number should be retired. Charles Johnson, his number should be retired. And he helped start it, but he was injured. There's another name I didn't even put out there. Dion Figures. Name should be, his jersey should be retired also. His jersey should be retired also. Mike Pritchard. Everybody, mostly everybody on that team in 1990, their name should be up there. Yep, that is correct. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Travis, yes, your number should retire because what you did this past season. What you did this season was ridiculous. Last season, the season before, we can't really say anything because you was injured. Shador, yes, has crazy numbers, but also went 13 and 11. 13 and 11. And this is after he went 23 and 3 at Jackson State. Yeah, Airbnb is still an all-time leading rusher for Colorado. So that is, I guess that's my rant, and that's my rant. Yeah. But that is my rant. Colorado, y'all do what y'all want to do. But y'all need to go and fix that because if I'm them players, I won't even come back to that school until y'all do right by them. I would. I'd be petty as hell. My girl know I'll be petty, and she petty too. And she petty too. But let's go ahead and switch it up. Let's go ahead and switch it up for everybody. I want to switch it this way. FAMU has done something, and I'm about to be very upset. FAMU decides today that they are finalizing a contract to name Charlie Ward the new men's basketball coach for the FAMU Rattlers. Get into the details of this deal. The best thing, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I got the details. The details of this deal right here. This is from the Board of Trustees action item, and it is a contract offer to Charlie Ward Jr. as University head coach for men's basketball. So this is an offer to Charlie Ward Jr. to become the head men's basketball coach for Florida A&M University for a period of 5 years at the following salary. Year one, the man is going to make $175,000. Year two is going to bump up $10,000, $185,000. Year three is going to bump up another $10,000, $195,000. Year four is going to bump up another $10,000 at $205,000. And year five, when the contract ends in 2030, the total amount, the contract will be $215,000 for a total. Let's go ahead and get it out the way. For a total of $975,000, close to $1 million. And you know he's going to get, they're going to bump some money. They better add some money up in there. And that's on average for 975 on average, that's divided by 5. That's on average $195,000 a year. Now, here's the thing I don't like. Why Charlie didn't come play for y'all when he was in college? Why he had to go across the street and play at Florida State? Why he didn't play for FAMU back in the day? But that's something that's right there. All right. So what I heard, Charlie Ward has been in Florida for the last for some years. He was an assistant coach for the Houston Rockets when Jeff Van Gundy was the head coach. In 2007, he was hired as an assistant coach for the varsity boys basketball team at Westbury Christian in Houston, Texas. In November, 2007, that same year, he accepted the job as a head coach for the varsity football team at Westbury Christian School, stating that his desire is to help prepare young minds for Christ. Hey, you did double duty. The man was head football coach too. In 2014, it was announced that Ward accepted a head coaching position at Booker T. Washington High School in Pensacola, basically where his son Caleb was attending and playing football. So basically, his son has already moved on and I guess went to college and stuff like that, and he's moved on. He's a young adult now. 2018, he became the head boys basketball coach for Florida State University Schools in Tallahassee, Florida. So basically, he's been on the high school level, and of course, his time with Jeff Van Gundy in the NBA in 2007 with the Houston Rockets. But we all remember him, for one, we all remember him as a Heisman winning quarterback at Florida State. We also remember that he forgone that dream of being a QB because they wanted him to switch positions when he to the NFL. And he became he was a reliable point guard in the NBA, played 13 seasons in the NBA. From what I heard, that some people said that this hire was for clout. It was for clout, but you do bring a native son back to. You do bring the native son back to Florida. Well, he's not a native son. He was born in Georgia, South Georgia, Thomasville, Georgia. But you bring it back to Tallahassee as a head basketball coach for FAMU Rattlers. And people gonna say, "Well, he didn't do anything when he was in the NBA." Oh, okay. And they say he didn't do anything when he was in the NBA, but at the same time, he was a stalemate with those Knicks teams back in the 90s. He brought toughness. He brought some toughness to that team. Brought toughness to the Spurs. Especially brought it to the Rockets. The only thing, and let's be honest, he was a first round pick back in '94. The man won a Heisman in football. Yes. You got 2 Seminoles at FAMU. You got 2 Seminoles at FAMU. You got a Seminole at Mississippi Valley State. You got a Crimson Tide at Alabama A&M. You got a Cornhusker over at Grambling. You got a Crimson Tide at Jackson State and Mo Williams. Hey, just because you ain't go to no HBCU, hey, you come to the SWAC, be a coach. But the only issue I have with this is that and people, y'all could criticize me, y'all could crucify me, it don't matter. Because my girl gonna jump on your ass. why shortchange Coach Crary and try to give him a 2-year extension when you just gave this guy right here, you just gave Charlie Ward a 5-year contract? Why? If y'all understand where I'm coming from, y'all understand where I'm coming from. It don't matter if he ain't Charlie. Because if Charlie don't match the type of the output that Coach Crary did in his only year at FAMU and doesn't improve on it, y'all just wasted y'all money. Not saying that Charlie Ward can't coach, not saying that he ain't good, but I'm just putting it out there. You spent close to $1 million for Charlie Ward, and you gave Coach Crary fucking peanuts and then try to lowball him with a 2-year extension. I'm glad that to be honest with you, I'm glad that he did leave y'all ass. Left y'all motherfuckers high and dry. And I'm just saying, this is you. You been hey boy, you been batting 1,000 these couple of days on this on the in the chat on the podcast. Paying a first-year coach, overpaying for a first-year coach on any level is nasty work. You're gonna have to pay him regardless. What up, though? Charlie Wood could have been hired as the head men's basketball coach at his alma mater at Florida State instead of going with Coach Locks. I'm just saying. You shortchange the coach that brought you some success this past season that you haven't had in close to damn near 20 years. You try to lowball him with a 2-year extension. He proved to y'all that he can coach on the Division I level. You lowball him with a 2-year extension deal. And guess what? He said, I'm taking my talents to Lincoln Parish, Louisiana. And do I call Charlie Ward a celebrity hire? Really? No, I don't. The only thing he has his name to fame is because he won a Heisman Trophy back in 1993. And he also played in the NBA for a very long time. It was a serviceable backup. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Mo Williams. People think Mo Williams went, well, Coach Mo is a celebrity hire. I was like, no, he is from where he's from. He is from Jackson, who played at Murrah, who did 1 year at Alabama and played 16 years in the NBA. Won an NBA championship, was an all-star for 1 year. And he's back home coaching a school that he didn't even go to. He played at that arena, though, when he was at Murrah, but then he didn't go to the school. And you see what he's done. You see what he's done. He's done wonders at Jackson. He has improved every year since he's been at Jackson State. I'm not rooting against Charlie Ward, but he has to prove to me that he can improve the numbers. He has to prove to us that he can recruit. He has to prove to us that he can coach, especially in certain situations. Now, I only say this is that FAMU was wrong, try to shortchange Coach Crary. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Y'all try to shortchange that man. He knew, in fact, he knew the writing on the wall. He saw the writing on the wall. He didn't want to be a part of that no more. So, hey, congratulations, Coach Ward. Good luck this coming up season. Hopefully, and one more thing. With the name Charlie Ward being at FAMU, you motherfucking fans need to go to that damn arena. Fill that shit up. That's just my message for today. For that right there. All right. Be right back. And we'll get into the court of public opinion.
It's your boy Doc Holliday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shoutouts, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shout outs on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket.
All right, sorry about that. I had to scratch my eyes. Ooh, shit. Anyway, I want to get into this right here. And this is something that I've been looking at on Twitter and in the news and on TikTok. It's everywhere. It's a court of public opinion. As y'all know, young man, I talked about this before. Young man named Carmelo Anthony, not the Hall of Famer, but this young man is in Frisco, Texas. Goes to Frisco Centennial High School. We all know what happened to this young man. We all know what's going on with this young man. That to me, when I'm reading all this stuff, it's self-defense. That yes, he unalived another young man, Austin Metcalf, who is from rival Frisco Memorial High School. Quite okay, they're at a track meet. It starts to rain. Track coach for Centennial tells Carmelo take shelter, get up under the tent, stay dry. From what I heard, Austin Metcalf goes up, try to forces Carmelo to leave from under the tent. And of course, there's some situation happens, and Carmelo unfortunately stabbed Mr. Metcalf in the chest. There are, of course, there are reports that that Austin Metcalf and his twin brother were reportedly bullying Carmelo Anthony. Now, here's where I get upset with folks, these right-wing idiots, and their opinion about what's going on in this case. I look on Twitter. Carmelo Anthony spent a little bit close to 2 weeks in jail since the incident happened. Monday, I think Monday, was it Monday? Yes, Monday. Was it Monday? I think. One of the days this past week. His bond was set at $1 million. Of course, he's in high school. He's only 17 years old. Never been in trouble. Understandably so. Yes, in murder cases, of course, the bond is going to be set pretty high. Of course, here in the state of Texas, yes, you have a chance to plead the case about why your bond needs to be reduced or why the bond needs to stay where it's at. His bond was reduced. The judge saw that he was pretty much The judge saw that he was pretty much not a bad kid. Maybe he made a decision that was not the best decision, but this judge saw that he is honor roll student. This judge saw that he is a remarkable sibling. I even got word last night from the other shift lead that he worked with him at a kid's Foot Locker in Stonebriar. So this kid, and he's an upstate citizen, put it just like that. So this kid did not don't deserve that $1 million bond, and that's 10% to get him out. That's $100,000. Family don't want to be, break the bank. And it's the same thing I talked about. It's the same thing with Yellow Busy. Yellow Busy had a $2 million bond. He got it reduced to $750,000. Of course, once it's reduced, he bailed out. Other than what he had and didn't, he has to wear an ankle monitor. Can't really do too much anything. All right. Same thing with same thing with Carmelo Anthony. His bond got reduced to $250,000. That's $25,000 that you just paid 10% to get him out. He has to wear an ankle monitor. Other than that, pretty much he's going to be homeschooled for the rest of the year. Until his court time. He's not a flight risk. He's to me, it's just crazy. I did not. Whoa! I did not see that. See the folks put the judge information out on the internet. What the? You know what? Motherfuckers is stupid, bro. Here's the thing I don't like. This thing that pisses me off. I even talked to Destiny about this the other night. Why are people, basically people that don't look like us, I'm gonna put it just like that, why are them folks playing judge, jury, and executioner? And the trial ain't even started. Ain't nobody got, we trying to get statements, evidence, everything. Folks on Twitter is lost their fucking minds trying to play judge, jury, and executioner. Well, he needs to stay up in there. He needs to stay in jail. Like, really? Really? Frisco, of course, Blue. Blue Nightingale. Frisco is in Collin County. Collin County is pretty much a Republican county. People go to live there, but they work in the city. So I'm putting it just like this. I'm putting it just like this. When the trial starts, it's going to be a big trial here in not just state of Texas, just in North Texas only. It just isn't, but really, it's going to be a big trial in the state of Texas. Most of the people are going to see it around the country. Like, folks saying he needs to die, he needs to rot in jail, he needs to do this, he needs to do that. But you got motherfuckers like George Zimmerman walking the goddamn face of the earth. You got a motherfucker like Kyle Rittenhouse who crossed state lines to unalive 2 people. They don't want to, that penalty is only for capital murder cases. This ain't a capital murder case, because if it's a capital murder case, that bond would have been set a little bit higher than what it was. You got racist folks saying that he don't need to leave out of his house. They gonna come get him. Like, this is the night, like, for real, this is like the 1920s. You know what? I'm glad that I live in Dallas County. At the same time, man, young man trying to do something with his life. He played football. It's not even just be playing football. He's a extraordinary student, and he's exemplary with his siblings. He's a good person that made a decision out of haste, fear, because he stood his ground. Now, when will that be the lifesaver for us? Don't know. Hopefully it's this for this one right here. But everybody's opinion about this, so they info got doxxed last night too. That's bullshit, man. I'm being real with the Metcalfs. Your boys were some bullies. Did Austin deserve to does he deserve to have his life taken away? No. But does he but is he a bully? Yes. His brother a bully? Yes. What I call it race. This is all about race. Yes. But anyway, my last subject, the last topic for tonight, and we're gonna be up out of here because I gotta get ready to go to work, get prepared for work. Is we go back to the message, and we talked about the message, the incident with Quay Davis. I want to. I got permission. I did get permission to talk about my lady, Miss Destiny. And Miss Destiny, if you are still in the chat, wave to the folks in the chat. Now she did tell me that she is also a victim of domestic violence, and what it did to her, and how she came up out of it, and what what her future is going to look like, because she's with me. When she told me what happened, and this was, if I'm not mistaken, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, this was with your ex-husband. Where you, I mean, well, yes, okay. Yeah, all right. And just her telling me what he did and how he went about doing things to her, it pissed me off. It pissed me off. Um, the thing about it with Destiny told me is that, yeah, the thing that she told me was that she got away because her kids. Girl has 4 kids, 3 boys and a girl. She also did tell me about the incident with sexual assault, rape, when she was at when she was in college at Granby in '05. And you know, we talked about that. I think we was on the phone for about 2 hours. We talked about that. And the thing I said is, man, I'm honest with you. I never do nothing like that to you. Um, we had the conversation. We had the conversation the other day. We had the conversation that the same evening when the video, we saw, the video came out. And like I said, it ran me hot. It ran my blood. It ran my blood hot. Only for the simple fact that I wish that I was there, to protect that young lady, but I wasn't. And I'm like Coach Walker. And I'm like Coach Walker. I want to apologize. I want to apologize for the stuff that happened to you back then. And you did deserve it. Don't nobody deserve that. Don't nobody deserve that. But like I told her, I'm from the old school. My my stepdad, when my stepdad, I call him Pops, but he was alive when he was living. He was living. When he came down to my sisters, my pops had a fucking shotgun at the door. For and fool who want to talk to my sisters. I got girls. And another thing, it was I didn't even tell the story. My oldest daughter, her mother was sexually assaulted when she was at Delta State. And I felt helpless because I couldn't do anything because that's my child's mother. That's my child's mother. It's the same thing that would happen if anything happens to. I don't want to talk about my ex-wife like that a lot. Even when I'm married or before. If anything happened to my ex-wife, because like I said, I got girls. Something like that happened to her. We might not get along a little bit, but at the same time, that's the person that birthed my child. And it's the same thing with my mama. It's the same thing with my sisters. Same thing with my cousins. Same thing with my aunties. Same thing with Destiny. I'm loyal like that. I'm loyal like that. I don't have to. I like I said, I might not get along with my ex-wife, but at the same time, something happened to her like that. It's a problem. Something happened to, even like I said, it happened to my oldest daughter's mother. It was a problem. It happened to Destiny. It was a problem. So I'm telling y'all the message: keep your motherfucking hands to yourself. If you got to be a big bitch about a woman not wanting to be with you and put your hands on them, again, you ain't a man. You're a coward. You're a little boy. You're a bitch. My girl that might not have to deal with living with physical scars about what happened to her, but she has to deal with living with the mental scars. And that just don't sit well with me. Because I want her to be able to understand what love is all about. I'm talking about a lady that is not only the best thing that, that came to me, other than my kids, but she is also on Sora and Gamma Sigma Sigma, and she also walks to the east. She also walks to the light. And I'm glad you still here, Miss Natasha. So now my job now is to get my person down here to Dallas. She lives in Arkansas, but it's time for her to leave that place. It's time for her to leave that place and come on home here to me. What do what mean, man? What do what mean? Tell me what are you talking about? So if you know, you know. If you don't, if you know, you know. Uh, Destiny, is that star shining bright? Destiny, is that light shining? It's it's always shining in the east. See, that's something we share. You know, we share that. We also share the same birthday, so I'm always on. Look, I'm always on the good square. I'm always on the good square. Anyway, what's going on? Oh, hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yes, ma'am. We got another October. We look. Yes, hey, say hello. I am doing wonderful. I'm still a little bit tired, but I'm wonderful. I'm up. I got my clothes on. I just get myself ready. I'm ready so I can make it to work tonight again. And then get off in the morning and that's cool. That's cool. He was a good man then. And, oh yeah, Libra's in the house. Oh, she on this thing. She on this thing. She is on here. Also, the other message is, like I said, if you enter that transfer portal, make sure you make the best decision. The best decision for you. Make the best decision for you. And leave your ego at the door. But again, that's all I have for today. Um, all I gotta say is, FAMU, do right by Charlie Ward, Coach Prairie. You know, everything good over at Grambling. Got to get that good interview with you. Um, Other than that, people with the court in the court of public opinion. Let's wait till the trial start. Let's wait till all the facts get out there before y'all try to shame this young man right here, Mr. Carmelo Anthony. And if you are a victim of domestic violence or sexual assault, make sure you get the help that you need. Uh, that's what matters. Oh yeah, yeah. It is 10,000 folks in the portal. What does that tell me? That your board is, I can't even say the R word. Fuck it. Your board is retarded. Thank you. I know I'm about to get crucified for saying that word, but I don't care. 10,000, 10K, yeah. And for those that asked about the hat from earlier, Miss Dr. Kanisha and Zach, I'm not in the fan portal. My baby loves purple. I love purple, and so there it goes. I'm an Atlanta Braves fan, so just put that out there. I hope y'all burn the ash, and I hope y'all turn into a pile of ashes. I don't care about y'all. November the 1st, can't get here that fast. We're gonna beat the brakes out of y'all and Brad. And I put that on square. Anyway, I'm running up out of here. I gotta get go in and finish getting myself ready, get my shoes, trying to figure out what shoes I'm wearing tonight. My feet need to be comfortable. Again, I last night was my first night working overnight, and since I was 19 years old, that's a long ass time. I ain't happy for y'all. Why would I be happy for? Why would I be happy for Florida A&M? Why? Why? Why would I be happy for y'all? Why would I be happy for a school I just need to flush down the toilet? What? What? I give Grambling more problems there before I get y'all the props. Yeah, I'm gonna get some on clouds when I get that good money rolling back in. Got some other stuff to take care of, but gonna roll up out of here. Yes, sir, Eddie. Travel well, travel light. But anyway, man, y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Hug your loved ones. Love on your loved ones. Little court of opinion, public opinion. Y'all people need to stop trashing that young man, Kyron Lacey. Let him rest. Let him rest in peace. I'm Doc Holliday. This has been HBCU Tonight. Make sure that you like the stream, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. We out this thing. Be easy. Peace.